Hello friends, guy who owns a green screen and is therefore trustworthy here, bringing you a Dota 2 video on behalf of esports.gg, where we're going to be taking a look at a very special play made by IceIceIce in the Singapore Major. What makes this play special? Well, I think this play essentially perfectly sums up both IceIceIce's notorious chaotic playstyle and why this playstyle arguably makes him the best offlaner on the entire planet. Hey guys, I'm down here now in the right-hand corner, and I just wanted to show you that this is from EG versus Fnatic. This was actually Game 2, and I want to take a look at IceIceIce's net worth just to show you that this wasn't some abnormal occurrence. In fact, as we see him get black holed here, we can see that this is a fairly normal Pangolier game. So here we are at about 22 minutes into the game. This is a few minutes later than that first clip that I showed you. EG now has an Aegis to work with. They have a 2k gold lead, so it's looking good for them, but this is nothing that Fnatic can't climb back from. In fact, they have a techies on their team. So this guy, being the sociopath he is, of course, he likes to 1v9. He likes to make everybody want to go install League of Legends. He likes to play from a deficit. So this is no big deal for Fnatic. So here is the play. Here is the absolutely bonkers play.
Pangolier picking up a Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier for him to cut into backlines, possibly find Enigma, who still does not have a Blink Dagger.
Jabs is tanky enough to live through the damage of the illusions. IceIceIce, he's looking for the cleanup. He's going in. He's going towards the fountain. Oh, whoa. Yeah, he's going to start TPing out. Bit of a wild move there. You know, one of the reasons why we love to see IceIceIce.
Kind of a classic IceIceIce
just
move,
rolling into the fountain.
IceIceIce sees that Arteezy is going on the techies. He spam pings. I don't know if he's getting excited. Overly excited, I should say. I'm actually going to slow this down here because a lot happens very quickly. He uses his roll, blinks into the enemy base with Tier 2 still alive. For God's sakes, one Tier 1 is still alive. He forces a TP from Enigma, still chasing the techies, using his shield crash. So this definitely looks like he's going to go for the fountain dive here. Sees that the Tuskar TPs as well, pings it for his team, immediately does a bit of a Tokyo drift and presses his TP button. Just as his Rolling Thunder cancels. If you didn't know that this was EG, the upper bracket team in the Singapore Major, the team that looks unstoppable, you would think this is a Herald pub. So, why was this so game-winning? This play was so game-winning because it essentially forced Fnatic all back into their base, because what they were seeing was so absolutely bonkers that they felt anxious that they had to respond to it. This is not something you see in competitive Dota very often. You do not see teams anxiously reacting to stuff, and that's why IceIceIce pushes it to the next level of literally fountain diving to get people to make bad decisions. But what I want to do here is take a look at the positioning of Fnatic just as this play is happening. The way that the map currently is for Fnatic is actually quite good. They are fighting up into this Aegis, so they don't want to fight. They want to split push. And their positioning for that is perfect. They have a techies sitting in the base defending. He's chilling. He can defend this lane, and I don't think they can push high ground as long as he's there. Even alone, 5 versus 1, they can't push. So look over here. We can see that Wraith King is entering into the enemy triangle, so they've got all of this area, all of this space to farm. Down here, Moon is split pushing this lane, so they're actually pressuring a Tier 2, while EG with this Aegis is also pressuring a Tier 2. And that's not a good trade for EG, because they have an Aegis, so they're stronger, and therefore if they're taking an even trade, it's bad. And so instead of going back and killing them, or threatening to kill them to get them to go back to their base, which would be much harder, IceIceIce just says, screw it guys, I'm going to do something ballsy here. I'm going to roll up, I'm going to look like I'm diving this techies, I'm even going to use my shield crash over this ancient, so it really looks like I'm committing for this. As soon as he sees the TPs, he rolls away from the TP locations, and then he TPs out. And so now, what happens, we can see that the way that the map looks right now is all of a sudden bad for Fnatic. EG, like I said, they have an Aegis, and they want to be aggressive. They want to take the fight to Fnatic. Where's Fnatic? In their base. Where does EG want to go? To Fnatic's base. Here we are a little bit later on from that previous clip where we can see that the gold lead is 4K for EG. The last time we checked that out, it was 2K. Fnatic, they are an excellent team. They're great players, so they know this. They know that it's crunch time. They know that EG is gaining momentum because you can feel it in the game. They are locked inside of their base, and they need to do something or they're very quickly going to lose. The game is not going to be winnable. And so they try to take a pick off. They try to catch EG with their pants down. Even though he has the Aegis, they say, okay, this guy is way too out of position. Let's go. We don't like being locked inside of our base. Let's kill him. So they do get him. They commit a decent amount to get him there. All of their heroes are now showing. All of their heroes are using abilities in order to kill him. The curse comes out to cancel the black hole on Abed, which was super game-winning. Moon no longer has the BKB, which he used to try to kill Arteezy, and so he ends up dying. And the bottom line is this fight looks horrible. Any fight on the enemy side of the map is going to be a good fight, because if you lose a fight on the enemy side of the map, by the time they literally walk to your side of the map, you're alive. So there's not really any risk of you losing your base. But if you win, you're right by their base. And that's exactly why IceIceIce made the original play, because that way EG actually has a win condition to take buildings in the game. Off of the back of that fight, which came off of the back of IceIceIce's crazy fountain dive play, EG took the lead and they just never gave it back. You can see that the net worth lead swung heavily in their favor and it never went back. This is very typical for Dota in the current patch. Sure, the throne didn't immediately die, but that is simply because taking throne, taking high ground, it's super hard because tier 3s and tier 4s have been overbuffed to oblivion. But with that being said, this was the moment that EG won the game, and because this was game 2, this was the moment that EG won the series as well.